So this is my story on how I became a mother and why I get to celebrate this amazing day. Those of you that know me know I had my son at a very young age. I was 12. Yes, I said what I said, mind y'all business. And those of you that don't know me, that means 19. But I mean, same difference. Alright, so boom. So I'm in the house, I'm jonesing on the phone with my baby father because he lived in Staten Island and I lived in Brooklyn, in the sky, on the boulevard, Malcolm X to be exact. And we're talking and talking. I'm like, I gotta pee. He's like, okay, so go use the bathroom. So I get up and I wobble to the bathroom. And we're talking and talking, and 5 minutes go by, and I'm like, I'm still peeing. I know I'm only 12, but this don't seem right. And he's like, yeah, that's weird. So I was like, I'm gonna go ask my mother. So mid leak, I walk to my mom's room and I'm like, Ma, I've been peeing for like 25 minutes. Something is wrong. So she gets up and she's like, just stay calm, don't panic, go wipe yourself. If you see any blood, we'll go to the hospital no matter what. Now my father on the other hand is like, girl, ain't nothing wrong with you. You ain't about to have that baby. Go sit down. So I go wobble back to the bathroom and I sit down and I follow mommy's instructions and I'm like, oh yeah. So we get in the shower, we prepare to go to the hospital. And my son's father, he's like, well, you don't sound like you're about to have a baby. You sound really calm and a little too relaxed. You know I gotta cross that bridge and pay that toll. So you think you're about to have this baby? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, let me talk to your father, my father. Now, you know Carol done had about 10 kids and she ain't never act this calm and relaxed. So I don't think she about to have this baby tonight. But you don't want to miss it if she do. So come on, son. Just come on to the hospital. So they call a cab, you know, the thing we used to call before Ubers when we used to have their number in our phone. And we get ready to go to Killer County. I'm in Kings County. And we get there and my son's father's like, I'll be there, you know, take your time, breathe, I'm on my way. I'm like, all right. So we get to the hospital and the nurse, they come up to us, they greet me and I'm like, and they're like, you know what's going on? And I'm like, I'm still leaking. She's like, oh my gosh, your water broke. Just like, get the wheelchair. You can't stand like this. We gotta get you seated, we gotta get you prepped and everything. And I'm like, oh, that was my water break, and I'm thinking it was gonna be a big traumatic water gushing. You know, it was gonna be a crazy thing, and it was just real regular, real calm, just leaking. So she's like, "How old are you?" And I didn't like her tone, and neither did my mom. And my mom's like, why? Like, she's 19, she's out of high school. Is there a problem? And she's like, no, I'm just asking. She just, you know, has a really young face and you look young too. Okay, sis. So anyway, they get me ready. They hook me up to all these machines and, you know, checking everything. And then they're getting my room. And then she says, you are already 7 centimeters dilated. We cannot give you any type of meds. You can't get any epidural, you can't get any Demerol, you are way too far, so we can't give you any drugs. And I'm like, so you're not gonna give me no crack? You're not gonna give me no crack for this pain? You mean I'm gonna have to take this pain? She's like, yeah, you're gonna have a real natural birth. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I was not ready. So, you know, they put me in the room and they hooked me up to the machine. I'm, you know, in my room, you can hear all the other mothers screaming, and I'm like, oh Lord, this is about to be crazy. So as we settle down, here come my baby father. He come moseying on in the room, and I'm looking like, you looking real cute to be coming to the hospital. I mean, he came in with his fresh whites on, with a nice polo, with his fitted hair done, and a new tattoo. I'm like, bruh, you coming in looking all fresh and fine, and I'm looking like Gertrude. That's what we doing? I had a whole attitude, okay? I'm like, all right, I see you. So you don't went home and changed while I'm in all this pain. Say less. So he came right on time because it's like once he came, the action started, and I go 9 centimeters dilated, and I'm like, baby father, come a little closer. I need to, you know, this pain. So as he comes closer, I kind of grab his arm where the tattoo was, and it was a coincidence. I didn't do it intentionally, but as the pain it came, I happened to grab that tattoo, and we both agreed that I added some flavor and some highlights to it, because it definitely didn't look the same, but it did look better. Again, it wasn't intentional, and you know, as the pain grew worse, I had to vomit, and when I leaned over, his fresh wipes happened to be in the direction my vomit was going. And again, that wasn't intentional. I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't tell his sneakers to be there. And then as time, you know, passed, I had a bowel movement, and that also seemed to have landed on those fresh wipes. Listen, ain't nobody telling me to come to the hospital fresh to death, all right? I did not do it on purpose, but he did take a beating that day. Yeah, don't have me looking like Gertrude and think you going to walk out looking like you came in. No, sir, not today. So pretty much after that, it was real, and the baby started to come, like was getting ready to come, and the doctors and nurses, they would keep checking on me, and my mom ended up overhearing one of the nurses say, she must be on her third child because she's taking this real easy. She real calm. And my mother was like, what you say? Now y'all know Pastor Carol is real nice and real quiet, but do not play with her kids. She's like, first of all, you don't have to make all of that noise because you having a baby. It's not like it's gonna help no way. Why they all screaming and all of that? It don't take all of that to have no baby. And first of all, do your job. Just do your job. Nobody asks job anyway. Honey, Mama Harvey went off. And right after that, the baby came. And I ended up having my son at 1:35 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon back in 2003. So that is my story of how I had my baby and how I became a mother. I hope that made you smile or brought back some memories to when you gave birth. I love all of you women. I'm so grateful for all of you. Happy Mother's Day from me to you.